Okay, guys, it is time for more math. Okay, so on Tuesday, the lesson of like terms, combining like terms was tricky. There was a couple of things I really should have shown you that I mentioned, but I didn't show you well. So that's on me. So I want to take today to go back over that lesson and make sure I show you really well some things that are going to really help you make this a lot easier. So I've got 3 markers here. Okay, I need you to again get some colors out. We started with the colors and I didn't follow through with the colors on the rest of the lesson, and I think I need to do that. It's apparent that this was a tricky lesson. So you guys will get this. It just takes a little more practice. It's brand new. You've never done anything like it before. It takes a little longer to catch on for new things, and that's okay. Sorry, I'm trying to grab my spiral. So I'm going to throw this back under the camera really quick because this is what we did in our spiral the other day. And there's a couple of things, if you have your spiral handy, that would be great. There's a couple of things I did not do when we were talking about combining like terms. And I grabbed my colors again so I can correct it. When we got down here and we were doing the combining like terms, you might want to go back and add this to your notes, is when I used, say, the pink to say that 3y squared was pink, what I should have done is box the whole thing in with the operation sign in front of it. Whatever operation sign is in front of that term, that operation sign goes with that term, and it says if that term is either positive or negative. So this is a positive 3y squared, and we should have put the box, I should have just kept it going, and I didn't. That would be a positive 2y squared. And then my blue, I should have went ahead and boxed in the whole 4x, because that would be positive 4x. And then my green, this is a positive 4. And then my 12, if there's the leading number, if there's nothing in front of it, then it's positive. If there's a negative sign in front of it, then obviously it's negative. But if there's nothing, it's positive. So now when I want to combine them, I have a positive 12 and a positive 4, and 12 and 4 is 16. And I put them in a different order. So I could have come down here and done the colors if I really wanted to. But anyway, this is what we're going to practice today. What we're going to practice today is looking at an expression and boxing in the like expressions with different colors, including the sign in front of them, and then combining them. And I think that's going to be a huge help for you guys. So I have a couple of practice problems here. If you don't have something to write on and you don't have your 3 colors, pause the video for a second, go get what you need. And we're going to work out these practice problems together. And I'm going to use the marker when it comes time to combining them. Okay, but for now I'm going to use a pen just because it's a little darker and better for you guys to see than pencil is. So the first thing I want to look for when I'm asked to simplify this expression, because that's usually what the instructions are going to be, to simplify. I need to see what can I do. And the first thing that sticks out to me is parentheses here and a factor out in front. So I need to take this 4 that's out front and distribute it to the x squared and distribute it to the y. So I'm going to just go ahead and rewrite 6x squared because I'm not doing anything to it. I'm going to keep my minus sign. 4 times x squared gives me 4x squared. And then 4, and then there's a minus because that's what's inside the parentheses, so I bring that down. And then 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, so I'm just going to, sorry, I don't need the parentheses anymore. My bad. Parentheses went away. So it's 4x squared, and 4 times 1 is 1. Okay, now, the next thing I want to do is, and you can pick whatever color you want. I'm going to start with blue. Do I have like expressions? I have one expression with x to the second power and another expression with term. They're called terms. One term with x to the second power and another one with x to the second power. So I'm going to put a little box around it in blue. Okay, this is a positive 6x. This is a negative 4x, squared, sorry. So I didn't quite get the whole negative sign in there, but it goes with it. And then this is a negative 4. Okay, so now when I go to combine my 6x squared and my negative 4x squared, then I know I have 2x squared left minus 4. I'm going to go just write the whole answer in blue. Excuse me. Hopefully that's what you guys came up with. Yes, that is a plus sign. Okay. Does that help to put them in colors? I hope so. So let's try another one. We're going to try about 2 or 3 of them, and then we'll take a pause. So I'm going to do the distributive property first. I see that I have a 2 here that can be distributed to the B, and a 2 that can be distributed to the 5A. So I'm going to rewrite my 3A, plus keep my same operational sign. 2 times B is just, we write it as 2B. I don't have to put a dot or a multiplication sign. Plus, keep my plus sign. 2 times 5A makes it 10A. Okay, and then I'm just going to pick a different color. I'm going to pick pink this time. And 3A and positive 10A, put the operation sign in the box with the term so you know what sign that term is. It's a positive or negatives. Okay, and then again, box that in. So now what can I combine? What are my like terms? 3A plus 10A is 13A. Okay, plus my 2B. I can't combine B with anything because it doesn't have any friends. No, I'm just joking. There's no other B's. Okay, so let's try this next one. And then I'm going to have you pause and try it on your own. Okay, this one, I don't have any distributive property that I need to do. Do I have any like terms I can put boxes around? Well, I see a Y. And I see another Y, and I'm going to add the plus sign in front of it. It's a positive 7Y, and this is a positive 1Y. Remember the invisible one? You don't have to write it. If you write it, it's not wrong, but most people, you just 99% of the time, probably 99.9% of the time, you're not going to see the 1 there. So you don't write it. It just means there's 1. And then let's pick a different color, and let's do my 11X is positive. And then the 7X, oh, my voice squeaked, is negative. Okay, so putting that together is going to help me. So now I have a positive 1Y and a positive 7Y, which gives me 8Y. And now I have a positive 11X and a negative 7X. So that gives me a positive, because there's more of my positive than my negative. So my sign stays positive when I'm adding positive and negative numbers, right? And that leaves me a 4X, because the difference between 11 and 7 is 4, right? 11 is the larger. Somebody sing the song. Okay. All right. So now I want you to pause for a second and try this one. Try the distributive property first. And then when you think you have it, and I want you to actually try boxing it in with colors. And then when you have it, come back and see how you did. And then we'll do one more and kind of end this segment. All right, go. Okay, so I'm assuming you're back. So I know I need to distribute the 3 to the 4y squared and distribute the 3 to the 2. So I'm going to rewrite my 3y squared. I'm going to go kind of quickly on this because hopefully you're just checking your work. 3 times 4 is 12, y squared minus, because that's my minus sign here, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, I'm going to grab, let's see, I've got a 3y squared and a 12y squared and a negative 6, right? Okay, so then I can go ahead and add my positive 3y squared, my positive 12y squared, and get 15y squared minus 6, because that's all I have left here at the end. So hopefully if that's what you got, you're in good shape. Okay, so one more. This one, oops, not that one. This one, oh, my colors are bleeding through. That's okay. Pause for a second. Box this guy in. It's all Z's, so don't get tricked. And then come back and see how you did. Okay, is there distributive property to do? No. I'm going to start with just the Z to the 1 power, right? So this Z goes with the plus sign in front of it. There's no other Z's to just, the first power, so there's nothing else to box in. How many Z squares do I have? Well, I have this one, which is positive because there's nothing in front of it. And then I have this Z square, which is positive because it's got a plus sign in front of it. Okay, and I need another color. And now I have 3 different things, so which means my answer will have 3 different terms, a Z squared, and a Z to the 3rd power. Now, a little tip when you're writing the answers, because of the commutative property, yes, you can write them in whatever order, but standard form in algebra for an algebraic expression is to start listing the variable with the largest exponent first. So if you didn't do this, you're not wrong, but this is just to remember to start doing it this way. So I'm going to start with my 4z cubed, okay, it doesn't have anything to combine with it. And then my squares, I have 4z squared and 1. This is 1. Remember the invisible 1? So now I have 5z squared. And then my just z by itself. So this is proper form, is to start with the largest exponent and then write the variable with the smaller. And that's just, you're going to see it in this form. Okay, so I hope that that helped a little bit just to go through those simpler ones with using the colors. So I'm going to stop this video, and then before you start the next video, I want you to grab your book and go to page, I'm finding it, 314, okay, in your book. Looks like this. And y'all are going to work a couple more in there, and that'll be, and then we'll do some independent practice on your own. All right, see you in a bit.